hoping to travel to South Africa. Well, Kenyans will now be able to gain entry into South Africa without a visa for 90 days every year starting January 2023. This resolution was arrived at following a meeting between President William Ruto and his South African counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa. Business ties and partnerships in the energy sector and climate change action were also on the discussion table. NTV's Sydney Chazima was at State House, Nairobi, and now reports.
Okay, will be released immediately.
This is the handshake that signaled a new dawn in Kenya-South Africa relations, with the two leaders keen on letting bygones be bygones. Talks between President Ruto and his South African counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa have now made it possible for the two countries to resolve the long-standing thorny issue around visas.
Kenyans should be able to visit South Africa without requiring them to have visas, and that this dispensation will commence on the 1st of January in 2023.
For a long time, Kenyans had only 30 days during which they could visit and stay in South Africa without a visa. Upon lapsing of the 30-day window, they will be required to part with 4,800 shillings for a visa.
This dispensation will be available to Kenyans for a 90-day period in a given year, meaning that, yes, can use the 90 days, 10 days, 20 days, or whatever for the full year.
I express Kenya's appreciation on the progress we have made in the long-awaited visa-free regime between Kenya and South Africa.
The stringent rules on visas between the two countries had been occasioned by disputes over Kenyans who had illegally immigrated to South Africa, an issue which former President Uhuru Kenyatta had sought to find a solution to.
People who should not really be traveling between the two countries. And we are going to be monitoring this much more closely.
Two countries have also agreed on a return policy when immigration laws and regulations are breached, to make sure that bad elements that try to infiltrate our borders are dealt with firmly and decisively.
Other than the now resolved visa standoff, citizens from both countries who have ambitions to do trade across the two countries without barriers have also been factored in.
And the two countries have ratified the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, emphasizing our shared commitment to the promotion of intra-Africa trade.
We are therefore pleased that the business forum that is taking place at this moment during this state visit will also be exploring a plethora of opportunities between our two respective businesses.
The bilateral talks between President William Ruto and Cyril Ramaphosa will now go a long way into strengthening the business ties between the two countries and also solve the long-standing issue of visa availability for Kenyans. Sydney Chazima, NTV at State House, Nairobi.